All right, welcome back, everybody. Well, as you heard Palesa speaking a little bit earlier, this year there was a book that was released, and a beautifully written book. It was called Conversations with a Gentle Soul. And basically what it is its origins basically are in a series of discussions between Ahmed Kathrada and Sahm about his opinions, his encounters, his experiences. And throughout his life, Kathrada refused to hang on to negative emotions such as hatred and bitterness. And this all came through in the book. Well, on the line, we are so happy to be joined by Sahm, as you know, who was writing this particular book. Sahm, welcome. Thank you very much. And again, please accept our condolences for the passing of Ahmed Kathrada.
Thank you, and my condolences to the whole of South Africa too.
Yeah. You obviously, through the time, you had some conversations and some very intimate conversations with Uncle Kathy. Did you grow close over the time that you were working on this book?
Well, I think we got close in the 20 years before that. We developed a friendship long preceding the book, and we just decided a couple of years ago to start this project.
Yeah. So the origins of this project, I mean, it's quite incredible that this book being released this year, and this year, unfortunately, the year we're saying goodbye to him. I mean, how long has this book been in the pipeline for?
Well, we discussed it in 2014. And then we had to persuade him because, as you know, he was a man of great humility. He agreed to do it eventually because we persuaded him that it will be lovely to have for future generations. And as you know, Leanne, he loved young people and he believed so much in the youth of the world.
Yeah. He certainly did. And I mean, he was, I think if we have to think of a hero, if we have to think of somebody that South Africans and the youth of today have to look up to, it would be a man like this. And the one thing I think that echoes through this book is his optimism. He was a man that didn't believe in things that were not meant to be. He was a very happy soul. I mean, explain to us from your words and your feelings of him.
That's true. You know, I had my own personal experiences, Leanne, where I went to him when I had some issue that I was upset about, and he just dismissed it, really. He didn't even comment on it. And I learned very quickly that the small things are not important in life. You have to look at the really big problems, and that you are quite capable of solving those problems. Yeah. Nothing will get on top of you.
Yeah. One thing we realized, and I think it really did echo through him, through his words, through his teachings, and through his actions, is the fact that he was a very principled man. And I think that's what a lot of people spoke about after they read this book and listened to the conversations that were held between the two of you. Would you say that describes him, a principled man?
Absolutely. I think we have to, all of us, follow this legacy of his. You have principles. Everyone has lines they cannot cross and they dare not cross, and he didn't do that. He fought for the freedom of this country. He sacrificed his life for the freedom of this country, and all of those were about the principles of goodness, fairness, non-racialism, non-sexism, and democracy.
Yeah. I understand that the book is not necessarily a biography in any way. It's just conversations, and it's talk of politics. It's talk of his life on Robben Island. Let's perhaps go through those days and some of the things that he said. You know, at his age now, when he looks back on the days at Robben Island, what did he talk about?
Well, you know, the funny thing is that he laughed about a lot of very tragic things, or chuckled, and I'd say to him, why are you laughing? This is not a laughing matter. And he said, you have to have a sense of humor. He said, you can't go into any stressful situation without a sense of humor because it will defeat you. So it was very important for them on Robben Island and in Pollsmoor to laugh, to be human beings and not to lose their dignity.
Yeah. You know, he also, I imagine, spoke about And he does speak about Nelson Mandela. And we've spoken a lot about the two of them and their friendship during the program. But one thing we haven't spoken about really is Walter Sisulu and himself and the relationship that they had. How did he speak of Walter Sisulu? What were his views on him?
Well, he regarded Walter Sisulu as a father. Kathy's own father died when he was 14 years old, and Walter Sisulu took up that role as far as he was concerned. But you know, every single time he spoke about Walter, his voice broke. He just got so emotional. And Leanne, he told me on more than one occasion that every night before he went to sleep, he would think about Madiba and Walter.
Yeah.
He loved them so much and he missed them dreadfully, particularly at this time.
Yeah, I mean, we think back to the moment at Tata Madiba's funeral, and when he said, "I say now goodbye to a brother," as he speaks of Mandela, as I did say goodbye to my father in the form of Walter Sisulu. So you can honestly see what they meant to him. But if there's, just as we close up, one final word that you can leave us with in terms of how you think that Ahmed Kathrada should be remembered, how would it be? What are the words you'd put to it?
I think I would say that all of us are capable of continuing the struggle because he gave his best. He did what he could, but he saw the massive inequalities racially and economically, and all of us can do our bit like he did his bit to make things better.
All right, Sam, thank you for talking to us. We really do appreciate your time, and I think that this piece of writing that you've given us as a gift this year is going to be something that everybody wants to read so that you can learn lessons from an unbelievable man. Sam Venter on the line with us. Conversations that we did have with, that she had with Ahmed Kathrada. It's called Conversations with a Gentle Soul. Absolutely beautiful. I also see that there's just different things that he speaks about during this, and it's a beautiful way of what his lessons in life are. Basically, to leave you with it, he says he speaks of the familiar, he speaks of living life with a sense of humor, and also develop friendships in life, because that's what gets you through. And I think that's absolutely beautiful. If we can take that from Ahmed Kathrada, then we've taken a lot. Now, in 2009, the